Hello world, my name is Oluwaseun Day. I am a content creator, I'm a teacher and basically a lover of life. And in case you haven't guessed, I'm new here and I'm super excited because this is my first podcast ever. Now, what I intend to do with this account is basically share with you guys and myself anything and everything that I think is interesting or that I think we'll be able to learn from. Now, I'm a person who believes that knowledge, if not passed on, will eventually die with you. So what I do with my blog and my life basically is sharing knowledge, because if it can help me, then it can help you also. So this morning, and first of all, I have to be clear, I am not a pastor and I am not perfect. And then when it comes to my Christian journey, I have a very long way to go. So basically, I was doing my devotion this morning and I read something and I legit had to share it. It's in John 8 verse 10. It reads, "When Jesus had lifted up himself and saw none but the woman, he said unto her, Woman, where are thine accusers? Had no man condemned thee?" It was a question. And now basically, if you are familiar with the story, you would know it was a story of an adulteress, and then she was caught and the Pharisees took her to where God was preaching, and then to where Jesus was preaching rather, but basically they're the same thing. So moving on. And then they expected that it was a test, to be sincere. According to the book, it was a test, because they had been unable to pin anything on him to accuse him of. So they were telling him that according to the book of Moses, anyone who is caught or who was caught doing such was to be stoned to death. And so, Christ now, the cool person is, he started writing on the floor, and he kept pressing, and he looked up and said that he who has no sin cast the first stone. And so he said this and moved on, and then people started dropping their stones and leaving one by one. They started moving on, and then after a while he looked up and he saw that she was standing before him alone, and he was asking her that, where are thy accusers? Now basically what I have come to realize is that we live in a world where everyone is allowed to an opinion. Everyone is allowed to judge you. You say something on Twitter, you say something on Facebook or on Instagram, and people will come up with their own opinions, and it is crazy what is going on out there. Now, basically, what I think I've learned is that why should anybody be able to condemn you? Why should anybody's opinions matter? Why should they have a say about how you live your life? It's frustrating that as human beings we want to be accepted, and it's okay. It's how we are wired. I think we want to be accepted, we want to be loved, we want to be cherished. So all these condemnations and opinions determine at times how we tend to live our lives, how we make decisions in life. You are about to do something with your life and you're thinking, what will they say about it? Will they judge me? Will they hate me? Will they love me? Will they accept me? And so that begins to limit us. We begin to underlive. We begin to live beneath our potential just because we're worried about what other people might have to say about our decisions. And it's really depressing basically, because they do not matter. Their opinions do not matter. The person who actually came down and died for your sins does not care about their opinions. He's not supporting them. He's not speaking through them either. I'm not saying we're perfect. I'm not saying we don't make mistakes. But do not allow anybody to put you down, or do not allow anybody to determine for you how you live your life. And the funny thing is that because we're human beings, we're prone to mistakes. So one thing you need to know is that even those who are condemning you or looking down on you or belittling you, they're human, and so they made a lot of mistakes. Mistakes that they're probably covering up, mistakes that nobody knows about or is condemning them about, and then they come out. They begin to rise above it all and think, I'm holier than thou, and so therefore I have a right to condemn you. Basically, from now henceforth, and I have to apologize, I say basically a lot. From now henceforth, do not allow anybody to put a peg on your potential or to make you feel bad about past mistakes just because they're still judging you about it, just because they're still referring to those past mistakes. Who are they? And basically, just think about it. Who amongst all of them would be willing to say, you know what, this brother or this sister needs a new lease on life. It needs to, I don't know if that was correct, but basically this person needs to start over. So you know what, I'm going to volunteer myself and just go down the cross for them. Who can do that? If none of them can actually do that for you, then to be sincere, their opinions do not matter. And stop giving it attention, stop accepting it, and just basically tune them out and move on with your life. I don't know if this has helped you, but seriously, it has really touched me. It has really, and from now henceforth, I think I'm just going to go forth. And anything God says yes to, as far as I'm concerned, it is a capital yes. I don't care who you are, you don't have a right to condemn or judge me. Have a wonderful day. Bye.